Good afternoon. Today is Saturday, June 17th, as you all probably know, unless you have intellectual disability. And two holidays just passed by. Yesterday was Tupac's birthday. Tupac died when he was 25. Yesterday he would have been 52. So it's like flip that age he died. And 2 days ago was 17 years since I came to America. June 15, 2006, that's the date when I came to America. I still have my basket of goods for like Employment Appreciation Week. And today I got a different thing. I got Olde English brand 200 malt liquor. And this is the rest of the chips. Oh fuck. Don't really want a liter here, you know. I don't really like littering like some people, you know, so. But I don't have much chips left. I ate them like a week ago. I know being kind of gross. Sharing that type of details. It's like a Tat style, I guess. But you like Tat more than I do. You told me before, back in the day, hey, you need to be more like Tat so we can make fun of you more. So you will make sense to us because your videos are unwatchable. You fucking weird. But you're not as crazy as Tat. You're more normal. Therefore, it's like, we can't relate to you. But being like that, at least you can make a good laugh of me. So I need to be more like that. Because you need to go like this. Ha 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 ha. That's what this fucking bitch real PewDiePie was trying to do. Saying ha ha ha, you have Asperger's. Ha ha ha, you're weird. Like fucking 5-year-old. Well, intellectually she's probably on that level anyway. You know. But anyway, let's talk, more drinking. Oh shit. This shit is expensive too. Like I was buying Mickey's, it's fucking 456 or 445. This shit is like fucking 568. Like what the fuck? Like why Old English is more expensive than freaking Mickey's? I don't get it, but apparently it is. So, and it's been a while since I drank Old English. Because here in San Francisco, California, I only seen like Mickey's and Hurricane. I was mostly drinking Mickey's. Only in downtown I was seeing some Hurricane. But here, Old English. Let's refresh it. Refresh the taste. Tastes alright. It's been a while since I drank it. Maybe like over a year now. I don't even remember. Yeah, it's been over a year. Oh, should I tell all my subscribers? I'm going on the trip soon next week. I'm not gonna tell you where I'm going yet. You're gonna see it. That's the plan. I'm leaving like on Wednesday, the 21st. So fucking tired, working like crazy. But my money is good, you know. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Gonna finish the chips here. Crispy and crunchy, gluten free. They're all trying to make me healthy, put me on the diet and this and that. I don't care. It's not gonna change nothing. Oh, need to be more normal. So you're gonna give you healthy food. I already told you what I think about this bullshit. Gluten-free stuff. Remind me of my friend Lida, she's all about that shit. That's the difference between me and her. Like, I know when it comes to music and stuff, we have similar tastes, but we're from the same place. But she's into healthy stuff. I don't really like it that much. It's not my thing, you know. Not that I like to eat unhealthy, but I just don't care much about like eating healthy. Like it's not something which I care too much about, you know. And I don't think that that's gonna change me in any way, you know. Whether I eat healthy or not, I'm gonna be still the same meal, so. The people still think that I'm fucking weird and creepy. But I don't care. I'm okay with that. I would rather be weird than creepy. You know, I talked to one guy at work. He's probably also have Asperger's or whatever. Because I think that he doesn't feel pain. So he's working funny because of it, because he got hurt, but he said that when he got hurt, he didn't feel pain. I talked to that guy. He seems cool and very understanding. He used to tell me that at work before, they used to need him a lot. So he used to get a lot of hours, and at some point they had to give him full time. He kind of skipped on the radar because he was staying at work and people were acting like he doesn't exist. He looks like there is something wrong with him. He looks weird, but I talked to him and I kind of like that guy. Because when I talk to him, he kind of makes sense. You know, he does make logical sense, really. He's not like Todd. So, he's type of guy, people want to make fun of him because there's something wrong with him. But then he opens his mouth, I'm like, you know what? That man is making sense, you know. He just goes to work, minding his business. People don't pay attention to him. Then he gets full time, he gets the money. Shit. The guy is alright in my book. He makes sense, he knows what's going on. He knows how shit works. Shit. It's easy for me to talk to him, easier than to talk to Todd, because Todd is fucking incoherent and that guy actually makes sense. You know? And he gets the money too. So, and he gets vacation too in that job. I mean, I'm like, shit. I wish I could have that benefit. They only give me fucking sick time. Because it's not a real job, but it is what it is. Whatever weird shit going on with me, I'm getting money, I don't care. But yeah, that guy, he's alright dude, you know, like he makes sense. He's about to go on vacation. I mean, I'm like, damn. And I'm gonna go on vacation too, like next week for like 2 or 3 days. I'm gonna go in July for like 2 weeks. And people think that the guy is also weird because, like, you know, there are some people and some drivers, they crossing the belt at my job, and that guy's like, no, you cannot do it, safety violation. I'm looking to thinking like, who gives a fuck? I don't. Hey, if you can cross the belt and do it safely, who the fuck cares? You know, people look at it like, okay, we have special people, they have problem with safety, and people look at me too like that right now. I know it is because of my one-track mind, but I wish they wouldn't care about it, because outside of that, I'm like a normal person. And people say I'm a normal, that I'm just awkward, just fucking socially handicapped. But outside of that, I'm like a normal person. So that's why I look at things like, you know, well, normal people can fucking jump belts and they're fine because they know what they're doing. I can do the same thing too. Why do I need to be treated like there's something wrong with me? Yeah, it should make sense. It should be like, go faster. Because that only makes sense, you know, like, people say, oh, they don't treat me nicely because there's something wrong with me, whatever, Asperger's, whatever, like. I know I've been evaluated, and the people been talking about that the only thing I have from Asperger's is my impaired communication, and I'm normal outside of that. And I have problem connecting to people, one-track mind, anxiety around people, which I already know about that. And when people tell me, oh, Emil, why you showing off? Why acting so weird, arrogant? You shouldn't be like that because you're not 100% normal. I don't care. I want to do whatever the fuck I want to do, and fuck you. But now I just don't talk to people because, like, I see how pointless it is. Arguing with people, this and that. Explaining to people nothing. Just do your best, that's it. Ignore it. That's what I do now. Because it's just, in the end of the day, it's pointless, you know. Bunch of fucking weird shit. People understand everything, so it's all good. Whatever wrong with whoever shouldn't be even fucking topic of discussion. Go to fucking work, do what I need to do, that's all it matters. Oh, people have problem with me, oh well. Like I keep telling, even if people feel sorry for me and they're not firing me, but they bitch, complain, I don't care. I already know that in order for me to have problem at the job, I need to just work harder, that's all. Don't talk about what's wrong with me, what's right, don't matter. Just fucking work and that's it. Do not worry about like people not talking to me, because I'm the type of person, if I talk to people, I cannot really work that well. I already know that about myself, but why should people treat me any type of way just because of that? And worry about me and shit like that, and create special rules for me. I don't need that shit in my life. Or make me like follow the rules more strictly. I don't need that. It only like fucking creates more problems for me. I don't need it. I like my freedoms, you know? I can just like isolate myself and just do my thing, and people say, look at this fucking weird and creepy dude. I'm like, I don't care. I'm okay with being weird and creepy. I keep telling you guys, I don't care. I'm okay with that. I would rather be that than be treated any type of way. I'm happy that way anyway, so I'll take weird and creepy. Girls are gonna like you. I don't care. You know, funny thing about Spanish language. How to say a wife, esposa. How to say handcuffs, esposa, the same thing. See, and that goes back to my thoughts. When I was back in Russia, I was writing even that love is like dependency. And I don't want to be enslaved by that. See? It's good to have a woman in your life who can just, you can just have fun, have sex with her. But not being like slave in the fucking relationship. I mean, it's good to be monogamous, not cheat, like, because I personally, like, I'm the type of man, even if I'm not happy with sex and other things, I'm trying not to, my best not to cheat. But at the same time, it should be freedom in a relationship. You know, but that's just me, and I feel like if you like, you have to date certain way, you have to act certain way in order to be with a woman. See, I don't like that type of shit. I want to have a woman who just let me be me and act how I want and give me pussy, that's it. I would rather fucking pave my way in, but not to deal with the bullshit like, oh, you're not a normal person, you shouldn't act like this. You should go to the fucking doctor, you should go to therapist. Nah, I'm not going to no fucking therapist. You just do what I want you to do, that's it, if you want to be my woman. You shut your fucking mouth, spread your legs and give me what I want. And if you don't like what I'm doing, keep your fucking mouth shut, that's all. You don't need no fucking therapy. You just need to think how I want you to think, that's all. Very easy. And do what I want you to do as a woman, that's all. And keep your fucking mouth shut, that's all. Life would be good. It's very fucking easy. How to be in a relationship with Emil, 101. Shut your fucking mouth, spread your legs. I give you money, you give me pussy. And don't tell me what to do. That's it. Very simple. Very fucking simple. And don't tell me like fucking offensive shit like, oh, who are you to fucking order me around? You're not fucking developed. I don't give a fuck about your development. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I do whatever makes sense to me. If I wouldn't have a woman, I wouldn't have to deal with that type of fucking, you know, judgmental attitude. And I will get my shit done. And nobody would be telling me nothing about your fucking norms. You know? If women would be like me, I wouldn't have to hear that shit. I wouldn't hear it. I don't want to hear it. If I'm in a relationship with a woman and she tells me shit like that, I need to go. I need to go. That's a big red flag right there. I need to run away if she tells me that shit. Nope. Cannot be with a woman like that, there's no way. The only way I can be with a woman like that is to say, hey you bitch. Here. You're being ungrateful. Let me pump and dump you. You telling me shit like that? You're only fucking piece of meat for me. Not a relationship material. If women tell me you're weird, you shouldn't be like this, you shouldn't think and work like this because you're not developed, I mean, you can think like that, that's okay, but if you tell me shit like that, bitch, I fuck you and then get out of here. And don't talk to me ever again. I just pump and dump you. But I'm not gonna fucking date women who tell me shit like this. There's no way. Unless she's gonna fucking apologize for not thinking the right way and restricting my freedom. That shit, it's very offensive. Very offensive. Very offensive. Telling me about your fucking norms. Get out of here. I don't give a fuck. This beer is actually not as good as Mickey's. I don't know, I don't really like it as much. Mickey's has a nicer taste. And I don't even feel like drinking, that's the thing. I don't even feel like drinking. Anything fucking gluten-free chips. Плохой человек. Да. Fuck, I really don't like this malt liquor. It's even hard to drink. I'm definitely getting Mickey's next time. But I don't know, quite honestly, I don't feel like drinking anymore that much. Not been even in the mood for it. You know, when I was younger, I wanted to drink, get drunk, get high. And now I'm looking at my life and like, shit, I'm 36 years old. And here I am, thinking about having fun and this and that. I'm like, damn, you know, it sucks because normal people, when like 18, 20 years old, people like half of my age, they get all this wild sex. And I don't. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have a girlfriend who I see here and there, and we do it here and there, but sometimes I feel like I'm missing out. Sometimes I feel like I'm just not satisfied. She knows that too. But I still don't want to break up with her because she's a nice person. I don't want, like she told me, she doesn't want anything bad happen to me. I don't want anything bad happen to her. My African girlfriend. And of course I remember I start talking about it. Some people been saying, Emil, you need to get yourself a white woman, white Russian woman, not African woman. And I kind of agree with that in some ways, but I don't know, at the same time, you know, I don't think it's a good thing to date from people from the same, different cultures. And it's funny that Alima told me that me and Lydia from the same tribe. Let me tell you something, it's not true. We grew up from the same city, we met each other in St. Petersburg, Russia, but we're not from the same tribe, okay? Because she is a Tatar, you know, which is like, she's like an Asian woman, Asian descent. And I'm more like a Middle Eastern descent. But it's funny what makes me think of her too. I talked to one of my African friends, he was in my videos back in Sierra Leone. And he's been asking about me, about my relatives in Russia. And I have my second cousin back in Russia. How it relates to Lida? Well, my second cousin, his mom, she was actually the same ethnicity as Lydia, you know. She was also a Tatar woman, Dinara. She died like 2 or 3 years ago. And the funny thing is, she was the first wife of my uncle, and Lydia actually met my fucking uncle. So the funny thing is, the first wife of my uncle was the same people as that girl. And she was also in my videos. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame back in 2017. You can see her. So she was actually in my videos, and she was talking about, you know, we're gonna have Jewish and Tatar family, whatever. And the funny thing, I have a Tatar woman in my family. She was the first wife of my fucking uncle. So, my second cousin, who still lives in Moscow, he still lives in Russia, he's like, you know, he's half Tatar. He's like the same ethnicity as Lydia. But me, nah. I'm like Russian and Jewish, mostly Jewish. I don't have no fucking Tatar in me. I'm not Asian at all. My second cousin is, but not me, so. And I told him that he probably has like 5 or 6 kids or whatever. And he's like said like an African man. 5 or 6 kids, why people don't do it? And here's another funny part. You know that guy Mohammed Jamara, he was in my videos back in Sierra Leone, he's Muslim, right? You know the Tatars, they're Muslim too. And that woman, who was the first wife of my uncle, she was actually a Muslim woman, she grew up Muslim, okay? FYI. My mom's been telling me the funny thing is, it's like I have 2 second cousins, right? Both of us, I was born December 11th, that my second cousin who lives in Moscow was born May 11th, and another one who was born July 11th, Daniel. So, my mom was joking, like, you're a Jew, one of your second cousin is Christian, and another one of your second cousin is Muslim. Well, in reality, we are both atheists, so it don't matter, but yeah, kind of. Because my uncle's second wife, she was a Russian woman. She's a Russian woman. So I actually saw them last year in New York. He was actually even asking about Lydia because he met her. And his first wife was actually the same ethnicity as she is. That's the funny part. And when I met Lydia, she got drunk first time, and his first wife died from alcohol. She was an alcoholic, you know. She died she was like 60 or 61. She died like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I used to drink a lot. That woman was the same ethnicity as Lydia. So, but she's not my direct relative, so. She actually kind of liked me though. I remember that. Because my second cousin used to serve in St. Petersburg in the army. So I used to visit him. I have pictures with him at that time and his mom. So, but I was not really close to him like that. But we hung out, and I remember he used to get a lot of bitches too when he was young. I remember I was 12 years old and he was 16. He was already fucking bitches. And his woman was 13, but she was like big and tall. And I was looking at them, trying to see if they're having sex or not. I remember that. Like a creepy young kids. Here's young kids fucking running around, and here's a guy who's like 4 years older having sex with a grown woman and shit. I'm like, damn. I remember he was visiting me in my dacha too. But then we kind of lost touch. I don't know what's going on with him, so. But it's crazy. You know, it's crazy. And speaking about my craziest family, whom I barely know, because I'm a fucking Mowgli. I grew up all by myself. I fucking lived almost half of my life without my mom. Shit. I was all by myself. Completely like Mowgli. Living in the jungle, in the American fucking jungle. Whereas like no people like me. But in Russia it was the same thing too. Like I was always the only Jew among Russians, shit like that. So it's like I've seen it all, people. I've seen it all. Crazy people, people with problems, different ethnicities, you know. So I like it like that. Kind of seeing the world, you know. Looking at things, thinking about things, concentrating on things. You know, that's what I like. I'm doing my own thing. That's what I like to do. I don't like to be part of the group or whatever. I don't like that shit. I don't like collectivistic mentality. That's why I like this guy. Life is overrated 96. Like he's my man. Like the way he thinks about life, it's like, oh my god. He reminds me of myself. That's why I fucking like him. Because his thought process is similar to mine, and I can relate to him on so many fucking levels. Just like SBA, Nate, and God, the same thing. I like these fucking people. They're just my type of people. Loners, Sigma males, people who like to do their own thing, who don't give a fuck about society. Like that's my thing, you know, that's my thing. Freedom, doing my own thing, not being judgmental, not caring about rights and wrongs. You know, just doing the best you can with what you got and being free. That's what I like. That's why I don't like when people telling me shit like, who are you to fucking boss me around? You're not developed. I don't give a fuck about development, bitch. I helped you with the green card. What the fuck you talking about development? And then later on she started being nice to me too. I remember that. Because she understood that she shouldn't care. But hey, she's a normal person. I'm not, apparently, so. People care about all the wrong things. That's the real PewDiePie. Also fucking stupid as fuck. Oh, you're not a normal person. Why the fuck do you care? I take care of business. I do my job. I try to live the best life I can live with whatever limitation or weirdness I have in me. Why do you fucking care? You're only creating problems for me if you do. No point of caring about nothing, you know? You don't know any better. Who are you to judge me? You're nobody to judge me. And I see what's going on with all the fucking judgments. I already see it around me. I'm dealing with this shit which doesn't make no fucking sense. Or, because you have autistic behavior, therefore need to treat you like fucking 5 years old, even though you're fucking in your 30s. Shit doesn't make no fucking sense. It doesn't. No damn sense. And why do I have to deal with that shit? I don't deal with that shit. I'm not enjoying my life. I'm dealing with a bunch of bullshit, doesn't make sense. People are shutting me down. I guess I'm learning the lessons my mom told me. People make fun of you, just stay calm and chill. And I was thinking, damn, if I was big and strong, somebody says something I don't like, I fuck them up. And I feel like a king. I feel like I have to kiss up to people because I'm weak. If I was big and strong, somebody says something I don't like, I fuck them up. And I feel like kissing up to people is like weakness. But now I'm looking back in my life and I'm noticing that in America, there are a lot of people who are bigger and stronger than me. They could have fucked me up too. They didn't. They were acting like pussies. And that's what Russian men think of American men. They're fucking pussies. But they're not right, because in this day and age, in this fucking world, if you're big and strong and you fuck somebody up who is weaker than you, you're gonna lose things, you're gonna lose your job, you're gonna perhaps pay medical bills for other people. It applies to me too. Like, let's say there is a bum who is on heroin. He's a harmless, worthless piece of shit. But if I'm gonna kill the fucking bum, which I probably can't do it physically, but if I actually do it, if I actually gonna do it, I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna get in deep shit. I'm gonna lose my job, I'm gonna go to jail. So even though I have a physical strength to kill the bum, if I'm gonna do it, it's not worth it, because I'm gonna have more problems than benefits, right? The same thing for other people. They're bigger and stronger than me. They could be like, oh, I'm gonna beat the crap out of this guy. But they're not gonna do it because they don't wanna lose their jobs. They don't wanna pay my medical bills, you know? And even though they can say, oh, you know what, this guy was a fucking bully, he was hurting my ego and this and that, still, they have no right to put in no fucking hands on me, just like I have no right to put in fucking hands on a bum because he's disrespecting me. The same thing, you know? The same thing. So see how it is in this world. You put hands on somebody who is weaker, that's it, you fucked. And you can be right, you can be big, you can be strong, you're still gonna get in trouble. So it's really not worth it to do that type of shit. To nobody. Weak or strong, it doesn't matter. That's why American people, instead of getting confrontation, just walking out, walking away, not talking, not sharing their opinions. Before I was thinking they're fucking pussies. Now I understand they're fucking smart people who know what's up. They just don't want to get into all of this fucking fighting and unnecessary arguments, unnecessary drama. See, they're more developed than that. They don't want to do it. You know? When I was young, I didn't realize it. Now I totally get it. They're actually pro-freedom. They're not against freedom. Because instead of like running their mouths and offending people, they say, you know what? We understand this guy has a problem. He doesn't want to deal with the bullshit. He he understands that he wants us to get out of his way. So we're not gonna talk to him, even I'm gonna give him his way and let us see what he's gonna do and let him just live the best his life. And they're right. They're fucking right. And they have the whole right not to talk to me, because think about it this way. Why should you talk to somebody whom you have nothing in common? Why should you talk to somebody who is annoying? Why should you talk to somebody who is not for you? And if people are walking away from somebody who is not meant for them, hey, they're not wrong for that. So why should I be talking to people who are not good for me? It doesn't mean that I'm bad, it doesn't mean that they are bad, but if you're a smart person, if you're mature, and you realize that, hey, it's just like me, the same thing, like there are some girls I like at my job. It's not like I wanted to mess with them, but they were cute girls, but I saw how they talk, how they think, and I'm like, you know what, I don't think I can connect to these people. There's no way. And realizing that, I just like, okay, it's all good. That's how life is, you know. There are a lot of good people, but we're not meant to connect to each other. So if you're smart enough, you see that and you just walk away. Because why should you be with a person who is not good for you? Because you just like have different interests, different mentalities. You can speak English, but it still feels like you speak different language, because he is all about one thing and you're all about different thing. So where is the connection there? So the fact that you're walking out on that person, it's not necessarily a bad thing, you know. And if you let people work how it's good for them and do things whatever makes sense to them and give them their rules and their way and not talking to them, hey, that's freedom right there. That's not judgmental, that's freedom. But you have a right not to be part of it, because whatever makes sense to them, then they may not make sense to you, because you have different mentality, you have different culture, you have different opinion from them. So you have no right to expect them to be like you. But you have the whole right not to deal with them, because dealing with them, it's like, you know, like, it's like I say, yo hablo español, and I don't know Spanish that well, but some people don't know a word in Spanish, and they say, я не знаю, о чем вы говорите, блядь, пидор, ёпты. And the person's like, okay, so it's like people speak in two different languages. So why should I talk to people who don't speak, don't think, don't act, don't care about what I care about? It's just like, why should I introduce Americans to Hispanic to fucking Russian rock? You know, I talked to one guy, he was talking about me liking Russian rock, he was asking about the groups. I didn't want to tell him, because I see how Hispanics are. They're simplistic, they like their music, and it's very different from Russian music. So if I'm gonna introduce them to fucking Russian music from like 2000s or 90s or whatever, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? Because it's not the same as their music, you know? So I don't want to do that, because they're not gonna feel it. Like I feel it, because that's my thing. That's what I grew up with, that's what I like. And Lydia is the same thing, she likes the same thing. We met at the rock club. But to Hispanic people, to black people, to white Americans, that's gonna be like, what the fuck is this? They're not gonna feel it. They're not gonna understand it. You know? So why should I introduce these people to that kind of stuff? I don't see no reason to do that, you know? It's like talking to different languages right there. That's like to Africans who say, oh, me and Lydia from the same tribe. No, we're not. We just grew up from the same city, you know. We have the same culture, but we're actually from different tribes. And that's why My mom wouldn't necessarily. Right now, my mom says she doesn't care. She said that if you're gonna marry a goyish woman, she's not gonna give a fuck. But you know, then again, it's all a lot of other things goes into it. You know, it's just like Ashkenazi Jewish woman from Chabad wouldn't worry marry Sephardi Jewish man, even though they practice Judaism. I have one guy goes to our synagogue and I like him. And the guy Habibulin, whom I was hanging out, who likes me, likes him too. But the majority of that Russian Jewish community doesn't like that Sephardi Jewish guy. You know? But there you go. Even Jewish people from different cultures do Judaism differently. So, I think that if the woman is not the same ethnicity as I am, but she grew up with the same culture, the same music, the same age, I probably have more in common with her, with, let's say, with a Jewish woman, with an American Jewish woman. We have in common we're both Jewish, okay? But I feel like with Russian Tatar woman, I have more in common. Why? Because we're the same age, we listen to the same music, we're into the same thing. See, so it's like there's a lot of variables, but it really all depends though, you know? There's a lot of things goes into it. Culture, personality, ethnicity. There's a lot goes into it. So, it's just not one thing. So, if you pick one thing, such as weirdness or disability or whatever, or some autistic behavior, you're not going to be right because you cannot judge the person by just one behavior or one thing. You're going to be wrong because you just can't do it. There's a lot of things goes into it. Where you're from, your age, your ethnic background, your mentality, what you know, what you've been through, you know, not just one behavior. So, or weirdness. Cannot think like that. I mean, you can, but if you do, you're gonna get it all wrong because you're gonna create a lot of unnecessary problems, and you're gonna piss a lot of people off, and then people are gonna tell you, hey, you got it all wrong. Why do you creating these all problems for me? I don't need it in my life. I just want to go to work and mind my business. I don't want to fucking manager be babysitting me and asking me stupid questions. I don't want to deal with that shit. You know? So, why are you forcing me to go through that? I don't deserve it. I won't deal with it. I want to fucking pick up the order and deliver it. I don't want the people be asking me stupid questions about where am I going, what the fuck am I doing. I know the answer, they know the answer. I won't deal with that shit. You know? It's really unnecessary. I don't want to have this aggravation in my life. You know? I want people to tell me what to do and how to act and to be awkward with people and kiss up to people. I want to live my life and enjoy it. I don't want to be a societal slave because there's something wrong with me. I want to be myself and enjoy my fucking life. And you're not letting me do it. And you're wondering why I say it, you're taking my freedoms away from me. That's exactly the reason why. That's exactly the reason why. Because I do what makes sense for me. You say it creates problem for other people. Okay? So now you're trying to fix the problem. By fixing the problem, you're creating more problems. You're not really fixing nothing. You're only creating problems for me and for other people. You're spoiling my mood, you're spoiling my day. You're making me angry. You're making me aggravated. You're making me go through the unnecessary bullshit I don't have to go through. And still not fixing no fucking problems. In the end of the day, problems are still there. You're only creating more problems for me and for other people. That's all you do. Not solving nothing, just creating additional problems. That's all. People don't want to deal with that shit. People don't want to babysit grown-ass men. I don't want to be babysitted either. How about that? I don't want to deal with that shit. I also want to walk the fuck out of the places I go to. I feel exactly the same way. I want to walk out on jobs. I want to walk out on places. I want to walk out on people. I feel the same fucking way. You know? If I cannot fight with people, I cannot argue with people. I feel the same way. I want to walk the fuck out. And I don't give a fuck. I'm getting good buzz. I'm making this video for almost a fucking hour. My mom called me twice. I just ignored her calls. He left me a voice message. Now, pretty soon about to go to synagogue. Because I have to work it off. I have traffic tickets. So I have to go there and deal with the bullshit. Telling people shit which I already know just to aggravate me, but I don't know. Like, people over there are cool. I really like them, even though they're Jewish. I don't personally care about the ethnicity, really. I don't mind Jewish people. And I don't care if you're Jew or Goy, whatever the fuck you are. Like, I talked to this Israeli woman. I was talking about two guys not getting along with each other. One of the guys, he's trying to convert to Judaism, but he's Hispanic. And another guy, he's Jewish. He was talking about that guy is Russian Jew, and another Hispanic guy. She's like, oh, they're not getting along. And he said, well, that guy Moishe, he used to be Carlos, he's a goy. I'm like, what that has to do with anything? In your mind, in your fucking Jewish supremacy bullshit, it makes sense. To me, I don't matter. To me, it's like, okay, there's this Russian guy, Russian Jew, and this is Hispanic guy, he wants to be a Jew, but he's afraid because he doesn't want to get circumcised, even though he knows Jewish stuff. You know, I don't care, you know. I actually like the Hispanic guy. We get along pretty well. And that woman, she also have a friend, she also was Hispanic woman. And she was cool too. And that Israeli woman, she was kind of racist towards her. Speaking about Jewish racism, FYI. See how it is. Jewish people, they don't really like non-Jews, they don't like Hispanics. And I actually like these people. Because they mind their own business. I can actually kind of understand them on some level. They're good to work with. Shit, I would rather work with fucking Hispanic or Mexican with fucking hood rats. Because hood rats, they like to talk, they're all about inferiority complex, they're fucking stupid, they like to run their fucking mouths. Fucking Hispanics, they're cool. They don't give a fuck. They work clean, they do the job, they take care of business, they're not judgmental. I would rather work with Hispanics than fucking blacks. I don't like corporate American. Hispanic people, they don't give a fuck. They just go to work, mind their business. That's why I like them. You know? But apparently some Jewish people, they don't like Hispanics. Some Russian people, they don't like Hispanics. I don't give a fuck. I'm cool with them. They don't bother me. I don't bother them. They're non-judgmental. They're open-minded. They mind their own business. I like them. They don't bother nobody. They give you your freedoms. You know? I'm cool with that. But some people are not. Because all those fucking Russians, they like to fucking be judgmental. They like to put their fucking nose in people's business and shit like that. I don't roll like that. Like, fuck this. I'm all about freedom. So this is not freedom. Fuck this. I want people to do whatever the fuck they want to do. I have no problem with people like that. They may be different. I may say, oh, you know, your music is weird and this and that. But I don't know, I actually like their music, honestly, personally. I have no problem with fucking Hispanic people. As a matter of fact, I like them. I just can't connect to them because we don't have the same culture, we don't have the same mentality. But rather than that, I have no fucking problem with these people. I really don't, you know. I even like their food too. And they don't bother nobody either, you know. And they think right, you know. They don't bother people, they think the right things, you know. So we may not share the same culture, the same music. You know, I may be more philosophical, they're more simplistic. But that shit doesn't bother me, you know. I can put that shit aside. But they're cool. They're cool by me. So I don't like the fact that these people are getting disrespected by fucking, you know, Jewish supremacists or Russian supremacists. That shit is fucked up, you know. Just like Sephardi Jew, the same thing. Like, I like this guy in my synagogue, and all the Russian Jews hate him. I'm like, you know what? Why can't you just fucking be open-minded and try to understand that guy, try to see what the fuck he's all about, instead of fucking hating him, you know? But, and I like that guy. He dresses nice, but he just doesn't have the same language, the same mentality. And other people, they just like try to connect to him like American, like my rabbi. He's like to act like Sephardi to relate to him. And I'm looking at them like, well, how about you just like try to understand what he's all about instead of trying to fucking mimic him. Just like being American. And that's what I don't like about American people. They're trying to say, oh, diversity, we need to diversity, inclusion, and this and that. Try to say all those fucking slogans. But in reality, they still cannot deal with it. They just like to say like they do. You know? They just like to say, oh, we diverse. But they're not trying to understand people who are not from the same background as they are. They're not trying to do that. They're just trying to mimic them, you know? And I don't like that shit because that shit is fucking creepy, that's stupid, that's very like off-putting. Because you're not trying to understand me, you're trying to mimic me, but you still do it American way because you're American. And you cannot do it. Because you cannot be like me because you're fucking American. And that's okay, that's fine, but you're not really making the steps to get closer. You're just trying to mimic me to show, hey, I like everyone. I want to be diverse. Diversity, inclusion. Hell yeah! It's like the same thing as saying, you know what, humans should have sex with monkeys because we all fucking animals. We just different type of animals. But, you know, no, we don't. But if the human have sex with a monkey, doesn't mean that the human gonna understand the monkey. No, they don't. So the same thing here, you know. You can have sex with people not compatible to you, but okay. If you want to be really diverse and really be inclusive, how about you share music, you share culture, you share things, try to understand each other instead of just like, but we have these mental blocks, you know, we have mental blocks which prevents us from doing that. So it's all contradiction, it's all fucking bullshit. People just wanna, you know, they just want to do something which you shouldn't be doing. And when I call people out on it, how am I getting called? Racist, right? Fascist, right? Anti-Semite, right? Even though I'm Jewish. I'm just being real, you know? What? Should I say that you want to be inclusive, therefore humans should have sex with dogs? Or you're human male, you don't want to have sex with female dogs, therefore you fucking dog hater? Is that what you're going with? Because I don't have sex with female dogs, I don't like dogs all of a sudden, you know? Same thing with racism, you know? We're just not compatible, let's face it. You shouldn't have sex with people who are not compatible with us, you know? And if you do that, what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna be fucking miserable. You're gonna fucking be depressed. You know? It is what it is, you know? We're just not compatible. We're just not all compatible, let's face it. So if you don't talk to people you're not compatible with, instead of like fucking getting fucking miserable because you're not talking to nobody, how about you fucking embrace yourself and do your own thing and be happy with the fact that you fucking have a job, have a roof over your head, and you just mind your business and do whatever you like to do, even though people don't feel you. And you not be trying to force people to be friends with you because they're not compatible to you. You just say, hey, you don't want to deal with me, you have a different opinion, hey, have a good day, enjoy your life, and be happy for that person, and let them do their own thing. How about that? How about you just do just that? People don't talk to you, fine. Don't make them fucking talk to you. If they don't feel comfortable talking to you, they don't feel happy talking to you, let them fucking be, you know? Let them fucking be. Let them just enjoy themselves. Just like me and Lydia. I told her, I love you in some ways. I want to be part of your life. But you can do what you want. She want to divorce me, fine. She got her fucking citizenship. I'm happy for her. Shit. She doesn't want to talk to me. I try to call her. I'm not bugging her. That's it. This is how we need to be to other people, you know. They don't want to be bothered, they want to do what the fuck they want to do. Cool. That's real freedom right there. And if I want to get pussy because I can't get sex with a woman who's not compatible with me, I can always pay for it. So I can get my rocks off if I want to. That's all. That's freedom. But when you're forcing people to be like us because we want to have friends, that's not freedom. That's like us oppressing people because we want them to be like us, but they cannot be what we want them to be. So American people are right. We cannot force people to do shit. We just can't. We just have to go with the flow. That's all. So, and that's freedom right there. That's the real freedom right there. That's why America is land of the free. And Russia is not. See, I used to think that Russia has more freedoms than America because you can run your mouth and talk shit. No. That's not freedom. Being judgmental, being nasty to people. That's not freedom. That's like you being a fucking dick, that's all. You're just being a fucking asshole. If you're really mature guy who likes freedom, you realize that you're different and you just let people be. And you just walk out and you don't get upset and you respect other people's space and their desires and their tastes and their weirdness. But if you cannot be part of it, you don't have to, but you just let them go, let them be, let them live, let them do whatever they want to do. Even though you may think it's weird, it's fucked up, it's stupid, but you still let them. That's freedom. That's freedom right there. That's in America, you know, right there. But another side of the coin is, well, if you're weird, you're creepy, you don't make sense, people give you a job, people give you money, they give you away, but hey, you can't expect you to be friends with these people. If people are walking out on you, or they don't want to talk to you, that's fine, because it's their freedom. They don't want to deal with somebody who doesn't make sense to them. They don't want to deal with somebody they cannot relate to. They don't want to deal with somebody whom they perceive as being weird, creepy, or annoying. They have their rights too. They give you your life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, and fucking paycheck. So you should give them their rights. It goes both ways, you know. So they're not in the wrong for doing that. They're really not. They're not being judgmental. They're actually giving you freedom. But they don't have to be part of it because it's their freedom not to be part of your freedom. So I can't be, and that's a good thing, because why should I be around people who are not compatible with me? So that's it. Problem solved. America is the land of the free. Even though right now the Jews trying to take our freedoms away from us, but we need to stay American and we shouldn't let people to do that type of shit to us. That's all. That's the best we can do. The best we can do. That's why, like, I saw this fucking sign, diversity, inclusion makes us stronger. No, it doesn't. You can't talk to somebody who speaks different language. You can't introduce to fucking Hispanics to Russian rock. They're not gonna feel it because they're Hispanics, and you shouldn't feel bad for them not feeling it. But you know, at the same time, it's good to introduce to stuff. Like, I still like to eat tortas and burritos, and I like to learn Spanish, you know, and I like some of their music and some of their ways, but maybe some of them would like Russian rock. But then again, you can't expect Hispanic guy to act like a Russian man from St. Petersburg, for example. You just can't. It's not gonna work. Like me, if I learn Spanish, I still gonna speak Spanish with Russian accent. I speak English with Russian accent, right? So, same thing. And the fact that I have some autistic behaviors doesn't mean that if I'm gonna get rid of it, I'm gonna speak English without an accent, and I'm gonna become American, and I'm gonna get along with all American guys whom I have nothing in common with. Weird cat is still a cat. You cannot make a weird cat to become a dog. It's not gonna work. I'm still a cat in a dog house. And just because I'm a weird cat, not a normal cat, it's not gonna make me to become a dog. So, just because I have problem with Russian people, I cannot get along with them, doesn't mean that, I'm gonna fit in American culture. Just because there's something wrong with me. You can't think like that. It's not gonna work. I am who I am. I still like Russian music, I still like Russian stuff, and even though Russian people still think there's something wrong with me, I still not gonna become American because it's easier for me to become American because I'm ostracized by Russians. So what? I'm a Mowgli. I'm gonna be ostracized by everyone. I don't care. I just do my thing and mind my business. As long as it works, that's all I care about. But if there are people who criticize me for it or who put a damp on it, that's it. That's why Lydia should really apologize to me for the shit she used to tell me years ago. She didn't apologize to me. She said that I'm like fucking made her go crazy and upset, and she was getting some injuries because of me. She need to get up, apologize to me too for inciting my sense of freedom as an individual. How about that? Treating me like worse than a fucking man who fucking pumping and dumping her and treating her a fucking piece of meat. That fucking bitch deserves that treatment anyway. Telling me that if you're normal, I would go out with you. If you wouldn't give a fuck about what's wrong with me, I'll go out with you too. And I don't feel the reason to breaking up with my woman who understands me better than you do. If you just being a bitch to me, you don't deserve it. You need to really step up your game and stop being a fucking bitch. Oh, she's ignoring me now or whatever. Enjoy your life. You're only creating more problem for me. I already have a girlfriend. I don't care. And you can fuck as many men as you want. You can fuck 10 times a day if you want. I don't care either. Sure, it was fun to kiss with. I had fun with her, but if you wanna fuck other guys, hey, it's your life. I'm all about freedoms. I don't wanna deal with a woman who tells me how to act and talking to me like I'm fucking weird either. I wanna be with a woman who just let me do whatever the fuck I wanna do and gives me sex. And keeps your fucking mouth shut. And you can think that I'm fucking weird all day long. I don't care, but if you're telling me that I shouldn't be acting like this and you're taking my freedoms away from me, I don't want to be with you. You can fuck 10 times a day with a man who's gonna pump and dump you and fucking block your number once he gets what he wants out of you. And then you can call me and start crying to me. Keep crying. I would use you as a fucking side chick. I'll take a note of the fact that you're a good fuck if I want to get a piece of meat. I want to get my score higher up too. So I want to make sure that I had more sex than you did, bitch. So I can feel better about myself. I want to feel better about myself too. I want to treat bitches as a fucking piece of meat too. And as a matter of fact, it's better for me. I just fucking give money to the bitch and I can have sex with her. And then I don't care about her. And I still have my freedom. And I feel good about myself because I got my rocks off. I'm cool with that. I don't want to be enslaved to the fucking relationship or love or whatever the fuck it is. You know? I want to be a free man and get sex out of women. And give them money to exchange for it. So just like, you know, you give me services, I give you money. That's it. It's actually more freedom in that too. Because I don't have to like deal with bitching, nagging, criticism. I just fucking get what I want out of you. And that's it. That's freedom right there. Just fuck a bitch, give her money, and you don't care about her. It's just like you go to the fucking supermarket and you get yourself a fucking yogurt, meat, carrots, whatever. The same thing with women, you know? The same thing. You give the bitch money, you get the pussy. You fuck that bitch, you get your rocks off. She got the money. She gave this money to the fucking her retarded kids or bought some groceries or whatever. And you feel good, she feels good. And she can think that you're weird, you're creepy. Do I care what she thinks about it? No, I don't. Do I care about what fucking cow thinks about me? No, I don't. I get what I want, that's all I care about. And I don't have to deal with the bullshit. I can be free, I can do what I want, I can live my life how I want. And I just take care of my fucking sexual urges, that's all. And I feel great. And she feels great too, because she gets the money out of me. So we're all happy. And I don't have to deal with the bullshit. No bullshit, no drama. I don't have to hear her fucking mouth about me being weird and creepy. Because she's a fucking bitch, she's a fucking piece of meat. You know? And everybody is happy. She's a piece of meat, and I'm just a fucking bank. It's just like I'm a fucking bank. She just fucking put her fucking PIN number and get the cash. That's it. Life is good. Life is great. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I get my rocks off. She gets her orgasm. She gets the money too. And I have my freedom, and she gets her freedom too. Shit. Life is good. And there is no slavery in there. I don't have to deal with bitching. I don't have to deal with nagging. I got my rocks off. Life is good. That's why prostitution is good, you know? That's why I would rather pay for sex, as a matter of fact. So I don't have to deal with bitching and nagging and insults. And she doesn't have to, you know, deal with the shit she doesn't understand. You know? That's why I'm all about like prostitution, legalizing prostitution. Because then you can get all the benefits and you don't have to worry about the downsides. She's not gonna tell you weird, you're creepy, you shouldn't be like that, you shouldn't act like that. You just give her the money, she gives you pussy. That's it. Life is good. It's good for you, it's good for her. That's it. No attachment, no nothing. You know? Freedom, complete freedom, right there. She doesn't have to care about you. You don't have to care about her. Just fucking pay the money and buy shit. Get your rocks off and keep going with your life, you know? You don't have to deal with the bullshit. Don't have to, you know, get upset, get angry. No drama, no child support, no nothing. She gets your stuff, you get your old stuff. You go separate ways and you're all happy. You know? Freedom. Complete freedom. She can fuck other dudes, you can fuck other girls, it's your fucking problem, it's your problem. You don't care, she doesn't care. Freedom right there. That's real freedom. Swill, swill, swill. All the best to you guys. Peace out later. I got a good buzz, I'm about to puke, but I'm trying my best not to. Now I'm about to go to fucking bite Mishuganiyot, which means a crazy house. I said it in Hebrew. I'm gonna go to the fucking synagogue. And because I'm fucking buzzed, I'm gonna feel better about it. Because if I would be sober, I would get angry. But now, because I'm buzzed and I don't care, I can feel good about it. So, thank you guys for watching it. It was 1 hour and 22 minutes of me venting out, drinking, talking shit. I'm gonna put a cap on it. Well, guys, I feel good now. You know, like sometimes I need some fucking alcohol. Alcohol is like fucking medicine. It doesn't taste good, you know, but then it feels good, you know. When you get a good buzz, you just don't give a shit about, you know, if you otherwise would care about, you just don't care about. And you feel good about this shittiest life. You feel like, you know, you're Superman, you can do whatever you want. Even though people say, you know what, you shouldn't be drinking because it's not good for you. Well, life is not good, that's why we die, right? But it's always good to be yourself. It's always good to have freedom. It's always good to enjoy yourself and enjoy your life and not being judgmental and being happy. You know, that's what counts, you know. Being yourself, being happy, doing things that makes you feel good, you know, being with people who makes you feel good, talking to people who make you feel good, you know, that's the most important thing in life. It's just like feeling good and making other people feel good and just like, you know, doing what makes you feel satisfied and being free and enjoying your life. So even though it's very hard to enjoy it, just like life is overrated, 96 said, and I completely agree with him. But that's why sometimes, you know, like my mom used to tell me, oh, Emil, you're talking about freedom from people. You need to get freedom from alcohol. But then life was overrated, said, you know what, people are drinking alcohol because they want to escape the life, because life is making feel miserable. Yet they say life is a gift, but then people are drinking alcohol because they want to escape this life. So really drinking is like freedom, but and life is slavery. That's why I like fucking life is overrated 96, because if you think the right way. I feel the same way. Like a lot of times why I drink 40s, why I drink alcohol, because I want to escape life, because I feel like a fucking slave, because it's people, it's fucking social norms, and other type of bullshit makes me feel like I'm a fucking slave. I need to kiss up to the society, I need to kiss up to people, I can't be myself, because if I'm gonna be myself, people are gonna judge me, they're gonna say I'm weird, they're gonna say I'm creepy, girls not gonna wanna fuck me, And if the girls wanna fuck me, I have to go to this PUA type of bullshit, and I need to fucking pretend like somebody whom I'm not, because if I'm gonna be myself, no girl's gonna like me, because I'm weird and creepy, you know? And I don't like that shit, because I wanna be myself, I wanna do whatever the fuck, you know, makes me feel good, whatever makes me feel happy. Why should I feel like I need to pretend like I'm fucking somebody else so I can can fucking fuck a bitch? Shit. I would rather just fucking pay bitch money and get pussy out of her and be myself and do my own thing, you know? That's all. I don't want to do this fucking PUA type of shit. I want to be free. I want to enjoy my life. You know?
When you find it, let me know.
What's up?
When you find it, let me know.
I don't know if I'm gonna find it, but I don't care about it. I may not find nothing.
Hey,
Maybe I will be all lonely for the rest of my life, but do I fucking care? No, I
you
don't.
could try one of these. Look at that.
Alright, by the way, people, some lobsters here.
Crap.
They're fucking beautiful.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm not gonna try them because, you know, I fucking all about the environment. I love lobsters. I don't want to like fucking injure animals. I want them to give them their freedom, you know.
Yeah.
Not to get eaten by me.
Have a good night, brother.
Have a good night to you too. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Have a good night.
Made it.